Students, our topic for today is electrolysis. We have studied this chapter and we are also familiar with this chapter. Electrolysis is the chapter. So, have you studied about Ohm's law? Earlier I have given much videos about the electromagnetic chapters in physics, magnetism, then Faraday's law. Today the same Faraday's law we are going to study, but in physics. But before we start Faraday's law, we are going to understand the basic terms, which includes conductance, resistance, specific conductance, conductivity, resistivity, all these. So before anything, what is conductance? Rather, what is Ohm's law? For Ohm's law, we know V is equal to IR. This is Ohm's law. Okay, we have studied this from long ago, that V is equal to IR. Now, what happens? 1 minute. Now, what happens is V is equal to IR, so we know that R is a constant which is known as the specific resistance or the resistance of the conductor. So we can write that R is equal to V by I. R is a constant, okay? But what is specific resistance? For specific resistance, we have to know first is R is proportional to L, where L is the length of the conductor. R is proportional to A. It's 1 by A. R is proportional to 1 by A, where A is the area of the conductor and L is constant. For this case, A is constant. For this case, L is constant. Next, we come to the upper portion, that is R is proportional to both L and A when both L and A vary. So we can write that R is equal to, since we are just, we are putting off this proportionality sign, we definitely need a constant, isn't it? So for the constant sign, we are including this R is equal to rho L by A remains constant. Rho L by A. Is this clear? So for this constant term, we are including rho, which is known as the constant. So this rho is a constant term and this is called the specific resistance of the conductor. Now what is the unit of rho? Its unit is given by, since it is specific resistance, the unit of resistance we know is ohm, and since it includes L by A, that is, it is ohm centimeter. Okay, unit is ohm centimeter. Also students, when we talk about conductance, what is conductance? Can anyone explain me what is conductance? Of course, conductance is the reciprocal of resistance. We can hear it by the term. Conductance is the reciprocal of resistance, which means C is equal to 1 by R. This is the reciprocal of resistance, which is the conductance. So in the same way, we have like specific resistance, we have specific conductance, which is given by K. Okay, K is the specific conductance. Since it is a reciprocal of specific resistance, it is given by 1 by reciprocal of resistance means rho. So is this portion clear? What is conductance, specific conductance, resistance, specific resistance? Is this portion clear? Since K is known as the specific conductance and it is a reciprocal of specific resistance, it is given by 1 by rho, where rho is the specific resistance and K is known as the kappa or the specific conductance. Is this portion clear? Okay, next we come to the conductivity. The specific conductance or conductivity is given by certain rules and regulations and we must follow. So what are those? Number one, in order to write the specific conductance, we'll first know this equation. Let me consider this as equation 1. So after this equation 1, we also know that the resistance is written by rho L by A. Okay, haven't we studied that? We have done it. Resistance is equal to rho L by A because R is equal to rho L by A. This is my resistance. So resistance is equal to rho L by A. So for this, I can take out the value of rho. So what is my value of rho? Rho is equal to RA by L. Value of rho is equal to RA by L. Now, what is the value of rho? Value of rho or K is given by 1 by rho. Now, K is given by what? K is given by 1 by rho. Okay, so here we'll put the value of RA by L. So K is equal to 1 by RA by L. So here L goes up and K becomes L by RA. So this is my value of K. This is my value of specific conductance or conductivity. K is equal to RA by L. Okay, in order to, make a more particular value, we will replace this L by A as a constant. This L by A is a constant. So since it is a constant, we can write it as C is equal to L by A is equal to constant. We'll come to it later on in the next portion, but till this much we have to know that C, which is equal to L by A, is a constant. Okay, so in place of C is equal to L by, here we can put the value of C. So since we are putting the value of C, we can now write it as K, I'm so sorry, we can now write it as, what's happening? Okay, sorry for the inconvenience, students. Okay, so we can now write it as K is equal to, this L by A portion becomes C, and this 1 by R becomes, is this clear? Is this, oh god, this is so irritating. Okay, I've done a huge mistake here. Students, just make it clear. Here, what I've done is, I've written L by A as a constant. L by A is not a constant here. The constant term is, the constant K is given by 1 by R. 1 by R is a constant. Okay, so in place of 1 by R, we can write it as K is equal to C L by A. This is my value of specific resistance. Is this clear? So specific conductance, specific resistance is clear to everyone. Now I'm thinking whether I'll, okay, let me just teach you only the relation, the relation between, let me just tell you the relation between specific conductivity and the equivalent conductivity. Now students, equivalent conductivity is denoted by lambda m. Okay, it can also be written as this, or molar conductivity is also written as this, but it doesn't matter. So specific conductivity and lambda, they are written this way. So the relation between this, the specific conductivity and lambda m, is given by K by Cm. So we all know here that this is the equivalent conductivity, equivalent conductance, or equivalent conductivity of a particular solution, that is lambda m. Ohms, I'm so sorry, it will be lambda, it will be lambda equivalent. The same thing goes for equivalent conductivity also, but since this is molar conductivity, but since I'm doing equivalent conductivity, this comes as a following together. So this will be lambda equivalent is equal to K by C equivalent, where K is known as the specific conductivity, C is known as the concentration of the solution in gram equivalent per unit volume, and lambda equivalent is given by equivalent conductivity. Is this portion clear? Now, if I take 1 gram equivalent of an electrolyte dissolved in V equivalent centimeter cube of the solution, then what I'll get the C equivalent. If 1 gram equivalent of an electrolyte is dissolved in V gram equivalent of a solution, then C equivalent is equal to 1 by V equivalent, isn't it? So since C equivalent is equal to 1 by equivalent, I can write the next line as, I'll put the value of C here in this place. This place I'll put the value of C. So I'll get lambda equivalent is equal to 1 by, C equivalent means C 1 by V equivalent. Okay, in place of C I'm putting 1 by V. So what I'll get here, since it is already 1 by C, it gets upward. So lambda equivalent is equal to into V equivalent. Since the original formula was lambda equivalent k into C equivalent, C equivalent I have got the value 1 by V equivalent, so ultimately it becomes lambda m is equal to k into V equivalent. Okay, this becomes my formula. I'm so sorry. This becomes my formula. Okay, so V equivalent is known as the volume of the solution in centimeter cube containing 1 gram equivalent of the electrolyte. So this is all the same thing goes for molar conductance also. Molar conductance is denoted by lambda m, and it's denoted by lambda m is equal to k by cm, where cm is known as the concentration of the solution in moles per unit volume. The same thing, if you have the basic knowledge, you can definitely learn this. So I'm not teaching you the molar conductance. The same thing goes for molar conductance also. So this is a basic thing about specific resistance, electrolysis, then conductivity. These all things are just basic formula things, so I'm not teaching much more. This is all up to this. Thank you so much.